All right, rise and shine, you guys. Today, I believe it's Wednesday. Okay, September 24th. It's 9:09 on the clock. Moon in Libra ingressed into the moon in Scorpio at 5:01 a.m. Got a lot going on in transit today. So, Sun in Libra trines over to Pluto Aquarius in retrograde. Mars in the sign of Scorpio quincunx over to Uranus in Gemini in retrograde. We've got Mars in Scorpio squared over to Pluto in Aquarius in retrograde. We're seeing Venus in the sign of Virgo, semi-squared over to Jupiter Cancer. The moon had a quincunx over to Saturn in Pisces in retrograde. Quincunx over to Neptune in Aries now that it's in the sign of Scorpio. A quincunx over to Uranus in Gemini, squared over to Pluto Aquarius. We'll see the conjunction of Mars. And then a semi-sextile to the Sun, sesquiquadrate to the North Node Pisces, biquintile to Saturn, sextile to Neptune. Sextile to Venus, and a biquintile over to Neptune. All right, so there's a lot going on in today's energy. The quincunxes overall are discord. The squares are going to bring tension. Squares mostly towards the energy of Pluto and Aquarius. All right, let's see. We're currently right now 2 degrees and 2 minutes of the moon in Scorpio. Welcome in, you guys. So we're looking at a house raising for the Sabian symbol at the 3rd degree. Speaks about working together. Says there's a strong binding force within a community that is exemplified best by mutual endeavors. It's about building a better future, working with others in our communities. All right. Looks like the conjunction of Mars already took place. Most of the quincunx energy is already taken place. All right. See what comes out in the energy. I've got my chakras out here. Oracle of the Radiant Sun. And tap into this energy and see what this is all about. I got one popping out here. 7 of Pentacles. Saturn and Taurus. Saturn and Taurus. I don't know if there's like some sort of heavy restriction on resources right now. All right. Creativity, beauty. If it's about working together, it's kind of giving me something that you're building on, whatever you're invested in. Feels like the energy is going to end up slowing down. In the emotional state, I see here, feels tough. Feels like there's a conflicting type of emotional energy around you. I would imagine you're trying to express love because it goes from the King of Cups down to the Knight of Cups in the near future. Kind of feels a bit draining, almost. Yeah, it's like, where do you put your physical energy into? Because it may be that you're just protecting so much around you, whether that's your emotional state, your mental state, or whatever you're investing your energy into. Overcoming a sense of regret, sorrow, hurt, and then working together. Overcoming whatever these energies are. So it's overall bringing in like getting creative. There's a drag on Neptunian energy here as well. But that's so that you can be successful. It's almost like put your mind to whatever it is you are trying to create. There's a heavy sense of moving forward with a specific passion. Are you going to remain committed to that? If it involves love, I see you remaining patient in that direction, so that can be achieved as, you know, working hard on it. Soulmate connections, specifically. Brand new beginnings. So I feel like yesterday had a lot to do with like decision making and yeah. Whether you want to be committed to someone long term. All right. I don't think that, yeah, it feels it feels more so like your soulmate connection is coming through in spirit, but it's almost like you're still rejecting your person because of everything else that's happening around you. It feels like a mental entrapment almost. Like you don't know which way direction to go or where to start. So rather, I see you placing your energy on something that you can utilize your mind for. Getting creative in that aspect. And then allowing yourself to continue to heal everything else that seems to be running rapid. All right, so emotional state right now, just focus on this. King of Wands. There's a sense of leadership here that's needed with those that are going through separations. All right, I'm going to pull this back. Let's get into the chakra. Throat chakra. So maybe you need to communicate what you're feeling. If you have personal boundaries up, why did you make that choice? Are you going after your dreams? Are you receiving synchronistic signs, symbols, messages? And then I've got intuition out here. So you have to trust that guidance. Starting at the base chakra here. Like, where are you going to build from is kind of what it's giving me. It could be something that's self-expressive, something that you do that's creative and vocalizing that, remaining assertive in that direction. All right. Let me pull one here at the throat chakra. What is it that you need to express? Maybe you don't want to feel like you're being controlled. I'm seeing Jupiter in Capricorn. Maybe the choices that you had to make in regards to where you want to build long-term stability. Maybe there still is that personal boundary there. You want to only be surrounded by those that are in their authenticity or give you a sense of empowerment. Now I'm seeing the moon in Scorpio. So again, we spoke about this energy and how there's like heightened emotional feelings. There could be like hate that turns to, you know, I mean, love that turns to hate or vice versa. Show me the messages that you need to see here. It could be coming in a dream state or your intuition telling you about it. The riches. Heavy on the Capricorn energy here. I'm seeing the 8th house and 10th house, which is a sextile. So something that you may want to emotionally transform has a lot to do with how you feel like you're being controlled or how your destiny or riches are being controlled. Just trust the guidance that you're, you know, being sent here through your intuition, because it's going to help you build that base chakra, that foundation in order to self-express. All right, so remaining optimistic, yeah. It kind of feels like spiritual messages will end up coming through. Or you'll just kind of feel like this instinct telling you that's the direction you need to go in. I'm seeing numbers 29, 16, 39, 41, 1, and 32. Show me the base chakra. Isolation. That's the personal boundary right there, because you feel like you have more work to do. If it's affecting many different areas in your life, I see you wanting to isolate. Maybe it's your emotional power. You need to gain that back. I'm seeing the moon in the 8th and the 9th houses. This is like going emotionally through a transformation and emotionally expressing that through spirituality. But feeling like there's a sense of control because of the foundation you need to build in the 10th house. Maybe it has to do with work or something that you do creatively. So again, however it is that you need to self-express. It's through the throat chakra. You need to speak it. Like, I would imagine if you're visualizing it, it's like speak it. It's going to help you heal. Maybe it's due to a love affair or something that you're trying to birth new here. Maybe you're keeping it to yourself. It's like emotionally, if I don't feel all right, or I feel like there's, again, moon in Scorpio is jealousy, it's envy, it's possessiveness, it's competitiveness. It could be like jealousy overall. I don't know. You feel like there's someone that has power over what you have to say. You know what I'm saying? Almost like if you're being attacked. Show me the personal boundary with the moon in Scorpio. Queen of Swords is like, who you think you're talking to? It's your choice. I go in that direction because that's what I want. This is part of what I dream. This is what I want to do long term. So what I'm saying is coming right back out. Jupiter and Capricorn control. So you can only control what is in your control, right? Things that you can balance. The Two of Pentacles is like making a choice. So your intuition here is telling you to go after what you desire and remain optimistic about that. So show me the base chakra with isolation. You could literally be trying to like separate yourself from others until you build yourself something that's firm and you have a victory there. Or it feels like it needs to be victorious. Now, self-expression in connection to this love affair. Again, it could be just something that is creative. That's something that you have to separate from. Or you're sacrificing way too much and you're not reaping what you want out of it. Is what it's giving me. Two of Swords, Moon in Libra. So the energy has shifted, and because the energy shifted with all of those quincunxes, meaning there was a lot of discord, it's definitely going to cause that energy. So I've seen the Moon in Libra with a quincunx over to Saturn. That's the restriction. The Moon in Scorpio, quincunx over to Neptune. That's where you want to kind of imagine and bring that to your reality. And then the quincunx over to Uranus, the change that's required. So the square over to Pluto, and where the transformation actually takes place, there's tension there. It's like, are you actually getting what you want? Okay. So it kind of feels like you're being attacked or controlled, or your emotional state is telling you to cut everybody off. All right. You having to go back and forth whether this is part of your destiny or, you know, are you ever going to achieve what it is that you dream of? And the more that you are wishing that this comes true for you, your intuition tells you just remain optimistic. Focus on the base chakra, where you're building this foundation. Even if you have to spend a lot of time alone, it will be victorious. But you feel like you want to separate from it because you don't see it happening yet. King of Cups energy here. All right, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces placements. And I'm seeing Justice. You need to be bringing balance to the emotional state first. Again, the Moon in Scorpio is going to have you like on an up and down roller coaster type of thing. And you need to transition that energy and move on from something that you know is kind of like over and done with. You can't do anything about it. Have that brand new beginning and be happy with it. All right. Moving on. Okay. So I'm seeing third eye chakra, solar plexus, throat chakra, and root. Alright, let's get into TD. So maybe if you have to work with others, it kind of feels a little bit more difficult, but it's all for a better future for everyone involved. Is how I'm hearing it. All right, so we got Fair Woman. I would imagine that would have been like the Moon and Libra energy. Down at the bottom of the deck, good luck. Whoa. Both of them downstairs. You seen them laying down on shit on the floor. What the hell? I don't even know what it was. Parting ways, either in romance and or business. So I would imagine it's like a broken ring. It's like going in a different direction. Let's see. Ostentation. That's why we saw that Saturn and Taurus energy. All right, because it's like you're still building on something. The Fair Woman wants you to continue to invest in something that's not going to be built from the ground up like this. You know what I mean? It's like you have to patiently wait for whatever this is. And the more that you build on it, it's like the longer it lasts. And if you're parting ways, then it kind of feels like restless, going in a different direction. Maybe you feel like you need to focus more on your principles here. That's why you spend more time in isolation. Where's my duck? Here it is. So it looks like somebody's parting ways here. You're not going to be happy about it. I just saw the Four of Cups. That came out in yesterday's reading a lot. Mila. It's kind of giving like it's over, though. Queen of Pentacles. I feel like there's a feminine energy here that states like, it's not over until I say it's over. See what I'm saying? Because this is someone that's normally very traditional, very grounded, all right? Always seen as to be someone that's in marriage, all right, committed. I'm seeing heavy like on the Scorpio Taurus axis here. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's because it has a heavy like sense of control on it. So if you're supposed to be parting ways with something, what is it that you're moving forward with? Let's just put it like that. What are you moving forward with? Because I see a lot of earth energy here too. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could be about like how you're doing something creative, how you're attaining some sort of resources or your finances or whatever you seem to be, seems to be of value. It has to do with what you do for work, how you're being of service to someone else. All right, long-term career. The Nine of Cups is because it's what you truly desire, but it's like, do you really want to move away from it? It almost feels like you're forced. Maybe it's because you already won. Maybe it's because you already won. Thank you, La Unique One. It's because you already won. So maybe when you sit in isolation, you'll attain the energy of what's going to be the new passionate, brand new beginning. I just seen the Hermit with the Ace of Wands. Maybe you need to sit with yourself and find out whatever that is. All right, it'll be exchanged to you. All right, you're looking for something that you can put into that you're actually going to receive something in return back. Again, a lot of earth energy here. And that has to be attached to your emotional state. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, masculine energy. It's came out already twice. Look at it. Maybe that's what you want, reciprocity and love. Could be from a counterpart if it's that type of energy. You know what I mean? Could be from a counterpart. So the base chakra is saying you want stability. So 5 of Cups, Mars in Scorpio says there's passion here, but you want to move forward independently. But at the same time, you want something reciprocated your way and wherever you're investing your time, your energy, your resources. Okay? All right, let's move on. Like the more that you feel like you have good luck, the more that you feel you're lacking in a specific goal or bringing in the resources with something. But you know how they say when you start up a business, it's always going to take off slowly but surely, right? The expectation and what you have is like you want it to like fly, like achieve a goal quickly, but then you're not going to want to appreciate the work that you put in or something like that. Can you get off? There could be new opportunities that are coming your way. A distant friend could be of significance. It says karma, you will reap what you have sown. And again, paying attention to your finances. So the stability may not be there. The same 2 cards just popped out again. Fair woman and broken ring. And then I'm seeing beware of delusions. And pertaining to what? I would imagine somebody is just literally warning you about something. All right, there's spiritual love at the bottom of the deck. This would be like a spirit guide saying, listen, I gotta go. I can't be with you anymore. Like, this is no longer for you, that type of thing. So who's this distant friend that's thinking of you and what type of involvement is here? Welcome into. Is this new business opportunity comes from that distant friend. All right, Mars in Cancer. There seems to be some sort of quarrel about what's happening in connection to what you're building in the home environment, or there could be disputes in the home environment. This could be involving a family member, something like this. All right, this could be like arguing over some sort of inheritance. All right, that involves the family, something like that. Show me the karma, you will reap what you have sown, and paying attention to your finances. Sun and Aquarius energy here, so remain idealistic. Show me the fair woman with parting ways, either in romance or in business again. All right, again, there's a sense of friendship here with this person. What are they warning you about? How you're being submissive to something or someone. All right. They want you to go live more of a practical life. Okay. Besides that, no. No. Of course you take my no as a yes. My no. What's wrong? Rise and shine, sweets. Come on, you gotta get down. Go that way. Whatever is causing the quarrel, somebody's watching in on how you're moving forward or transitioning here. Could be held back overall. Possibly feels like you're hiding something. Hiding the truth. Or why something was delayed with this feminine energy. It's coming through as the fair woman. Do you feel like you have boundaries up with someone because you are in isolation with the Hermit? It's almost like plan to go in a different direction. A lot of you may be indecisive about what you want to do and where you want to create moving forward, like what type of work you want to do, where you need to remain assertive. Maybe you need to go back to school. I'm seeing the Hierophant, Two of Wands, going on a different pathway so it could be a lot more successful, but it's about how you're working together. But again, it's like you feel like you do your best when you're alone. A lot of people do this. A lot of people are like, I don't want to invest my time and energy into anything or anyone else because I can do it on my own. I'm one of them. Very independent. Like, I'd rather choose what I want to do on my own pathway. But it speaks about, working together. Like, it's a better future when you all work together. It's given, Eight of Pentacles energy, Three of Pentacles energy, collaborating with others. Okay? That's what it feels like. The High Priestess, your intuition is going to guide you to what is part of your destiny. All right, there could be strategy happening right now overall and how to become independently stable. And again, it's where you're investing your time. So on one direction, it's like the energy is telling you go after what you desire. You're receiving synchronistic signs about it, and someone else is telling you no, it's time to go. It's time to get out of this. So it's causing some sort of quarrel here. All right, somebody wants you to go live more of just a practical life. All right. Let's get one more spread. So there's an involvement with the law, with the gavel here. Happiness. July could be of significance. That is going to be Cancer, Leo energy. Full Moon, Capricorn, 10th house. All right, great good fortune. Great happiness. Hidden secrets can harm you. Heartache over what you no longer have. And opportunities that are waiting for you. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. This is a repeated cycle of if you put in effort, all right, you attain some sort of victory, and then you have to start back at the bottom. And the bottom meaning the base chakra, right? Having to build something stable again and continue to push forward, what brings in a sense of happiness. But if there's any type of hidden secrets that can harm you, it causes some sort of heartache over what you no longer have. A different door opens up. And then it kind of oh, here's the great fortune. So is there some sort of trickery here to this energy? Because again, it's continuously involvement with the law. So it's like if you don't follow the rules or something, or maybe there's some sort of unspoken rule. All right, let's see. Milo. Involvement with the law. So your rebelliousness is a problem. All right, you're expressing discontent with the authority figures because they're trying to control your riches. That's what the way it's coming through. All right, so Aquarius's energy, you came out twice already here. Heavy on the Capricorn. There's 6th house energy here. So this has in regards to do with work, with your career. All right, show me happiness. All right, so something is publicized. All right, show me July. Again, Cancer, Leo placements, and or full moon Capricorn, 10th house energy could be of significance. You kind of already sense what another person wants. All right. I'm seeing heavy on the 12th house here. I'm seeing Jupiter and Mars. It's giving seduction and escape. All right. What's the good fortune that comes in with this? It's discrimination against the workplace. So the more rebellious that you are in expressing discontent and you putting that in the public eye, all right, and saying what brings a sense of happiness to you, it kind of like they already sense what you want. They want you to escape from something, and then it causes discrimination upon what's supposed to bring in your great fortune. Show me good, great happiness. So does isolation bring you in a sense of happiness and peace? I would imagine. But it says you've done something to fulfillment. I'm seeing the 6th house and the 9th house here. These are beautiful houses, both with Saturn. So whatever type of hard work you're putting in, or long and patient work you're putting in, it's basically saying like the hidden secrets and whatever it is that you've got going on, it's harming you. I would imagine with whatever type of companionship you have, maybe the moon in Libra has said, you know, you're no longer with this person. They parted ways with you. And then it's like, oh, heartache over what you no longer have. Another opportunity is waiting for you. It's a repeated cycle. Because you continuously do something out of originality. This is the energy of the so it's time to move on. The moon in Pisces, empathy. But you continue to receive some sort of messages or synchronistic signs, or in your dream state, or you're hearing things to tell you to go in that direction. So why is it that someone's continuously pushing you away? They don't want it publicized? Is that what this is? Protection, adaptability, inheritance, versatility, and negotiation. If it has any type of involvement with communication is what I'm seeing here, or some sort of partnership, it could be blocking the energy of your inheritance that could be coming in. Bringing order into how your resources are coming in, and feeling indecisive whether they want to move forward with this partnership or not. Whether this you in partnership with them or you doing it alone. It's the 1st and the 7th house, both with what's that, Venus's energy. Down at the bottom of the deck, Venus and Cancer. Again, go birth something new. Someone keeps pushing you away. And I would imagine you continuous to be submissive to it. Look at all this Venus energy. This is things that you're creating. Look at this. All Venus. So this is like discrimination in the workplace because you're supposed to receive some sort of good fortune. And let that be the inheritance, because we kept seeing the 2nd and the 8th house coming together. Maybe this is a sense of like not wanting to pay you out, forcing you to go in a different direction. All right, it's like, oh, you fulfilled this already. Why are you continuously doing it? Something like that. And you're expressing discontent with the authority figures. Almost like it's not fair. Why do you keep pushing me away? Everybody else gets an opportunity, but I don't. Something like that. All right. And they're over here like, well, you better increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. And you're like, I am. I'm putting in lots of effort. Why aren't you giving me? This is part of a why it's a legal issue. It's, you know, involvement with the law. All right. Welcome in, Steph. Okay. What do you seem to get out of this energy? I'm going to pull actually from, you're seeking reciprocity. You're seeking an equal give and take here. And they don't want to give it to you. Let's see. Let's get into the astro. Saturn, again, they're disciplining you. Or they're, I would imagine this is you putting up some sort of personal boundary here. It's becoming like an obstacle almost. Mars. So you're going to remain assertive. There's like you taking action. There could be some sort of competition in between you and others, or how you're pushing forward with your willpower is of significance. So Mars and Scorpio, it's like the more assertive you are, the more someone wants to keep something secret. All right, Cancer energy here. All right, so they want you to be focused on being more nurturing and sensitive and caring, whatever that may be. And then I'm also seeing Virgo's energy. So full moon in Virgo, that's interesting because we've seen the full moon in Pisces, new moon, solar eclipse in Virgo. Both eclipses here. Something that was illuminated was supposed to be released, and something that, you know, you want to set your potential on has a lot to do with what's remaining analytical, efficient. You're very good at this is what it's giving me. You're very good at it. And then we've got Venus energy. So again, it's your artistry, the love, the creativity, or the beauty, whatever you put into your work. That's what I'm getting. So this is like the Venus and Virgo energy in the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. It's the same thing as like discrimination in the workplace because of what you're doing or how you're creating. All right. Milo. They're leaving, Pop. Give me 1 second, you guys. So Taurus's energy is here as well. All right, so remain grounded. Let's see. And sextiles. South node. So South node's in Virgo. There could be karmic challenges right now in the workplace. Let's be clear. All right, there could be past life issues in connection to a past workplace that requires for you to be like more efficient with something, but you're using creativity here with Venus in Virgo. So this is the energy and what's being called out to me. South node in Virgo, Venus in Virgo. Okay. And then it's like you need some sort of assertiveness here, and then there seems to be discipline around that as well. Saturn in Pisces, Mars in Scorpio. This is a trine right now. And then we've also got Jupiter in the sign of Cancer, which is also in water energy. So we're looking at literally here, earth and water. Things that actually work harmoniously because they are a sextile. So why is someone pushing you away? Especially if it has anything to do with what you're creating, how you're remaining grounded. Taurus's energy is creativity. It's your self-expression. It's your self-love. It's your confidence. All right? Your beauty. Whatever it seems to be that you're creating overall. Kind of feels like a scam. I'm gonna be honest, it feels like a scam. So the conjunction today with the moon and Mars, all right, this could be creating some sort of unity of competition, okay, and having heightened emotions about it. Ascendant, maybe this is like, this is the way I want to face the world, right? This is my first impression. This is, you know what I mean? The appearance that I'm making. It's like you stepping on stage and saying, I'm going to have this victory. It's giving like a 6 of Wands energy here as well. See what I'm saying? There's trines over to water energies I just showed you. At some point, we'll see the trine with Saturn, with Mars. Mars is in Scorpio. Saturn's retrograding in Pisces. What else did I just see here? Jupiter's in the sign of Cancer. These are all trines. So in water placements, maybe you have water placements in your earth houses. Sun, moon, rising, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. All right. So now I kind of see why your mental is all over the place, because your emotional state is all over the place. You're being disciplined for no reason is what it feels like. And you're just like, this is who I am. This is what I love to do. Aren't we supposed to be uniting? All right, and building on something. But Scorpio's energy says we need to keep this a mystery because hidden secrets can harm you. You're like, what? You know what I mean? Let's see. So something is involved with the law, I would imagine, because there needs to be some sort of balance that's brought in, harmony brought into what's taking place here. So the moon is in Libra, or the moon was in Libra this morning. The sun in Libra, and now we have Mercury in Libra as well. So this has to do with the influence of, I would imagine, your relationships, your partnerships, your contracts. Aquarius's energy is popping out. Maybe you're collaborating with a specific group of people, or networking, or becoming a member, all right, of some sort of society. I don't know. Let's see. Equinox, 11th house and the 7th house, okay, fall equinox. There's a shift taking place here, like your commitment, or you're being integrated into something. So then what? So as we saw the sun in Libra today, trining to Pluto in Aquarius, there's going to be some sort of transformation here during the equinox, and where the shift says, okay, we need to bring harmony and balance into this specific energy, and how we're supposed to be working together, right? This is about collaborating together in the 11th house. Lilith is here. Lilith is in the sign of Scorpio, I believe, and it speaks about having a sense of power or activism or vengeance behind why you're doing something here, right? And then with Lilith being in Scorpio, Moon being in Scorpio, Mars being in Scorpio, Mars and Lilith are like hand in hand. Lilith is like the female Mars, right? There's going to be a heavy energy of vengeance right now. Maybe that's why Aquarius's energy is coming through as like rebellious, because of the square that's happening with the moon in Scorpio. And now I'm seeing the 3rd house with the, however you're going to be, you know, communicating it. Maybe this has to do a lot with the community, it's local community. All right, 11th house is communities of people. See what I'm saying? Mercurian energy. So we got Mercury in Libra. Okay. And I would imagine at some point that Mercury in Libra ended up trining over to the 11th house with Pluto in Aquarius. That possibly already happened. 1 second. That happened on the 19th of September, where Mercury trined over to Pluto in Aquarius. So you could have noticed by last Friday on Venus's day, when the moon was in Leo, ingressing into the moon in Virgo, where we was about to have that solar eclipse energy regarding people that we work with, there was supposed to be some sort of auspicious energy or good luck that was meant to come in with the people that we were collaborating with. Somebody's trying to push you out rather than bringing you in. They don't want to work together. Or this could be about you wanting to work independently. Take it as it resonates. There's a shift taking place here. All right, see what I'm saying? It's supposed to be in partnerships right now, creating harmony and balance within one-on-one relationships. Water signs. And that's where we're seeing the trines. Saturn, Mars, Jupiter. See what I'm saying? The transits. It's causing movement in the water placements. So if your water houses are in connection to where you're creating and doing for work, once again, sun, moon, rising, air signs, as we have Pisces in the 2nd house for Aquarius. We have Cancer in the 6th house for Aquarius. We have Scorpio in the 10th house for Aquarius. Okay, now that we see today the trine is over to Pluto in Aquarius, is the reason I'm saying Aquarius' energy. It's because the sun and Libra is supposed to be bringing balance to those specific areas and where your resources are coming in, what you do for work, and what's your career. And someone's like, no, this isn't for you, trying to push you away. It's bullshit. It's the only way of them trying to control what you're creating. Okay? It's all like, it's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. They're like, oh no, but you've done this to fulfillment. It's time for you to go create something new. It's like you haven't even picked me out my inheritance for what I do. Something like that. Let's get into stability. So this is you expressing discontent with the authority figures. That they're trying to control something around you, whether that's your inheritance, what you're creating, or how they're, you know, saying, well, this contract is done here, move on to the next thing. It's not fair. That's why the fair woman was there. There's a karmic lesson happening here. And it says there's karmic lessons in relationships that need to be learned. Maybe this is it. Alright? And where you feel like someone pushing you away. Whether that be in what you're creating, it could be love, it could be in the workplace. All right, so the inner circle card is here. It says you are being excluded from the inner circle. See what I'm saying? Why are you being excluded? Why is this part of the karmic lesson? It's maybe because you don't belong there. Temporary distance is here. Things will reconnect later. But why, right? Why? What do you do in the meantime? It almost feels like there's some sort of negotiation and it's causing you some sort of inner conflict. Why? Because you've invested so much time there already. All right? It makes a decision difficult, whatever that may be. Protective shell is here. So this is you putting up your personal boundaries, all right, for self-protection. All right, you're going to notice that you got a lot of two-faced people around you. All right, they could be acting deceitful, jealous, envious. Again, Moon and Scorpio energy, heightened emotions. Maybe they're trying to make you feel excluded because they're not, you know what I mean, being honest with you. Release the expectation about how something's going to come back in the near future, how you guys are going to reconnect later, whether this is the quarrels that are happening in the home environment, the quarrels that are happening in the work environment, the quarrels that are happening with those that are supposed to be supporting you on your journey and rather they're pushing you away. Show me the inner conflict. All right, so it has something to do with you feeling vulnerable and appearing strong on the outside. Do you feel hurt by something? Because there's some sort of unexpected revelation that comes through here. So something's going to end up changing your perspective about the situation you're dealing with. All right. So again, it could be affecting many different things around you. It's like your dream state here, what you inspire to be, or how you're receiving these messages, how you're getting creative, how you're keeping personal boundaries up, how you're building on a solid foundation with something. Everything is all over the place, and your emotional state is what's, it doesn't feel right. What's the karmic lesson? Maybe you have to learn how to be patient or learn how to progress, all right, when you understand what it is that you're feeling around you. Maybe that's the karmic lesson, like understanding when it's time to move on from something. Again, there's the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Maybe there's two different energies around you and where you're focused here. Maybe you've been going back and forth with situations where people have made you feel excluded. And it's like, why do you feel that? That has to be an inner conflict that you're dealing with. And it has a lot to do with your happiness overall. It's what it's telling me with the Ten of Cups. Why? Well, we saw that earlier. Mars and Pisces. What was that? The escape. How do you make progress with your emotional state when someone makes you feel excluded? You escape. So there's temporary distance. And it's called in the energy right now today, quincunx, discord, and tension. See what I'm saying? It's supposed to create some sort of anxiety, fear, or worry in your mental state. That's not where you're supposed to be. It can cause like a heated argument or just, you know what I mean? It kind of makes me feel like you got some shit on your chest you want to say and you're going to say it. It's in order to bring things back into balance in connection to what you feel is an inner conflict. So if the Sun in Libra is trining over to Pluto and Aquarius today, the Sun in Libra is like, I want harmony, I want balance in my life, whether this is a relationship, whatever. All right. Pluto and Aquarius is going to be like, I would rather transform the group of people that I work around that make me feel like I'm having some sort of inner conflict. It's about how you change that perspective working together so everybody builds a better future. So here you are in this energy of self-protection. Why? Because you know that exactly what it is that you hope and you wish for. Star card energy. All right. And then it feels like someone is being deceitful in your energy in connection to your happiness. Because they try to make you feel excluded. They're two-faced. This isn't someone that you want to be around. Yeah, they're playing like fake enemy. The Moon in Scorpio right now. All right, so it's kind of like they have a hidden intention or some sort of mysterious intention. But you're supposed to let go of the expectation and allow things to unfold naturally. So when the Moon is in Sagittarius, rather, kind of makes you feel like, well, I've gone through this before. Maybe you don't know why someone's being deceitful. That's the energy. You don't know why they're being deceitful. Maybe the person that you're dealing with has emotions as well, and they're dealing with their vulnerabilities as well. So you're supposed to be expressing yourself to this person, or it may be causing you fear that you're going in the wrong direction, and then this person is having to deal with the same exact thing, bringing their inner conflict into balance. Everybody's going through their own shit. See what I'm saying? So it can cause some sort of like sense of an attack. Yeah. In order to like have a brand new beginning here. Maybe you guys are feeling forced to go in a different direction. It's like, are we going in a different direction moving forward, or are we going to end up reconciling? Coming face to face with the truth of the situation. That's kind of what it's giving me here. So, how can we work it out? See what I'm saying? How can we work together? Yep. Three of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Are we going to remain separated? Or are we going to remain devoted to each other? Are we going to continue to invest? Are we going to face our fears, or are we going to move on? Damn. Ace of Pentacles, the Sun, Eight of Wands, Two of Wands, the Page of Pentacles. What I see here is the opportunity is on the table. The happiness is on the table. The more that you learn how to communicate or self-express, throat chakra, speak what it is that you need to say. The pathway forward looks great. The opportunity is presented once again. King of Cups, Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. I feel like you're inspiring others to do the same as well, because they're going to end up gaining a different perspective and learning how to think. You Spirit, clear the air, clearing up misunderstandings through communication. See what I'm saying? You have to take a step back and try to do something differently in order to try to work with others, because I feel like other people are watching the truth about how your emotional state is important to how you physically feel confident moving forward with someone here. Okay. I don't know how else clear I can make that. Like, it's not like you're being attacked. It's an inner conflict makes you feel like you're being attacked. Maybe someone doesn't agree with what you did. Maybe it was a karmic lesson for you to learn. And here you are trying to protect yourself from two-faced ass people, because that's the energy. They made you feel excluded. But it was only because you didn't clear up the misunderstandings. You were supposed to gain perspective about something here. Alright. Let's get into Kipper. I got a mess of cards out here, you guys. Let me clean this up real quick. That got a little deep. So I would imagine those that are emotionally balanced, you're chill, you're not, you know what I mean? You're not freaking out. You're not expecting someone to come to you. You just don't want the drama. That's what it's giving me. Like, you want to remain in balance and continue to create whatever it is that you got your mind on. If you thought you were losing out on some sort of like work partnership or being in courtship with whatever you do for work, I don't think that's true. All right, because the Despair card, which means that you're out of work, is in reverse. The courtship card came out right after. Somebody's not leaving you behind. It doesn't. That's not what it is. All right, there's the message here is like, let's work on it. Again, this person has you on their mind. All right, they're thinking about you. If you think it's over, it ain't over. Well, that's the message of concern, because you think it's over. See what I'm saying? Message of concern, you think it's over, coffin, when it's actually not. Did someone send out like like a message and a text, and you know what I mean? Made you like, you're leaving me? Like, it's giving me that. All right, or if it's like a work partnership or something, it's like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, I understand you were mad, go deal with your feelings, and then I'll see you on the next day. Like, something like that. 10 o'clock on the dot. main female, and official person. All right, it's almost like this came out yesterday. This came out yesterday in the reading. 222. Trust where you are, exactly where you are. All right, someone sees that you hold a position of authority or a position of leadership, or this official person sees you as, like, again, their right hand person. You know what I mean? I'm seeing imprisonment, but it's worse. Maybe you guys aren't speaking, and that needs to clear up some sort of communication here so the mental fog can kind of like clear away. Family room. Maybe you don't live with this person. You don't speak to this person much. Something like that. Yeah. There could be the change of like locations or something like that. Something changes. And that's part of the legal issue. Mature man is here. So if you think that you were out of a specific relationship, partnership, business contract, this person's actually thinking about you, and the woman's message of concern is going to be that they think it's ended. Okay? But you are this person's right-hand person. It kind of gives me, if there was any sense of mental entrapment or feeling like you don't belong here, you actually do. It's just that things are changing. All right, so what's being adjudicated here is in connection to the mature man and how some sort of unexpected income comes in for a child, or the child could be unexpected income that comes in for your brand new beginning. All right. So if you thought that you were out of work, what's a given here? You're actually not, because you're in courtship still. You're probably like having to relocate to somewhere new, something like that. Protection from negative forces that are beyond your control. You're not out of work. You see what I'm saying? I feel like if this is your spirit guide trying to protect you from something you don't see coming, and where it could have kept you in a sense of imprisonment, they're getting you out of there. You're being protected, actually, by having a personal boundary up with what is no longer serving you, or those that are making you feel excluded. You're climbing to success, rather, with this courtship in the upright. See what I'm saying? It's like you're elevating here. Show me the thoughts. You're on this person's mind. Yeah, because they want to give you some sort of business opportunity, a new one. All right, so then why do you think the message of concern is that it ended? Because this person is nowhere near you. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know if you would have to like change locations to get to this person so that there could be some sort of opportunity in business. Earlier we saw now we're seeing that this person that's far away is wanting to come in and give you some sort of new business opportunity. But the message of concern was that you thought it ended. Okay. Show me the main female and this official person. So this could be someone that you know that has a position of authority, or you hold high regards to this person. Main female. You want a specific card. Okay. It says honor and respect will come to you. This could be about you being like delusional, thinking that somebody is like up against you. Okay? It's like this person actually respects you. If it's you that is the main female that's given a position of authority, you're actually respected. It could be that you're in this energy of delusion because you felt a sense of mental entrapment or something like that. Surrounded by this family room. All right, so if you need to get out of a specific situation where maybe this is you remaining isolated, that's what they're trying to do. All right, is get you out of some sort of isolation and get you to move somewhere else or change your location, something like that. Cheryl says, hey, Jazzy, I hope you're doing well. I am doing great. Thank you, sweetie. Says don't be tempted to lower your standards, though. All right, so maybe this is what it is. something that you love to do, all right, is making you feel stuck, and someone else is like, listen, we hold you to high regard. We got business opportunities out here for you. We're thinking about you, all right. You're climbing towards success. You got a lot of protection around you. Honor and respect is coming to you, and they don't want you stuck. Rather, they want to raise you up high is kind of what it's giving me here. December, it's giving Sag and Capricorn energy. So maybe there's a change coming up for you in December or in the 8th and or 9th houses. That could be the moon in Scorpio heading into the moon in Sag, which is this weekend coming up. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. That could be you. All right, because if they're trying to get you out of a situation, this is just a temporary problem. Okay, show me the unexpected income with this child or this new beginning and or this mature man, how you're being adjudicated here. Again, this is involvement with the law. Oh, hot damn. Too much concern with sexual matters with a mature man. Is someone around you having sex, or that's what that person is doing? Chain of events that would affect your life. So you're not supposed to be having sex right now. Good advice from a wise person. Don't go have sex. Pay attention to your health. Okay, got it. Right? Don't go have sex. That's what it's saying. Now, unexpected income towards this brand new beginning, something important, because it's bringing in a new job or a raise or something like this. You're getting a new opportunity here. It's like you're moving up to the next level. You're climbing the ladder with something here. But they don't want you to go have sex. All right? A wish is granted. So trouble and accusations could be what? That you're going through this spiritual development, enlightenment, or you have an awareness or understanding exactly what is supposed to be happening right now. If you're elevating overall and moving to the next step, all right, during the moon in Scorpio to the moon in Sag, it says here, don't be tempted to lower your standards and keeping yourself stuck here. You're supposed to be receiving some sort of promotion, is what it feels like. So behind this unexpected income and child, we got thief from a privileged lady. Ooh, I don't like that. Why is the thief from the privileged lady here? So this is like stealing your opportunity. Because they see you as privileged. You're the main female as the official person. Or you're the right-hand person to whoever this authority figure is. Honor and respect is coming to you. That will put you in a position of being the privileged lady. All right? And you're thinking that something's actually done when no, they're trying to give you some sort of business opportunity. This is someone trying to fake you out of what you're creating here and trying to push you away. Younger woman. Take care, there will be loss of material wealth. See what I'm saying? Misunderstandings. Why? Something that happened in August? Or the misunderstanding with what's that, Leo Virgo energy? So when I said that the moon was in Leo ingressing into the moon in Virgo, that's the day that Mercury and Libra trined over to Pluto and Aquarius. If you were having some sort of influence of a partnership and transforming something in your life, that happened on the 19th. All right, that's what I'm getting here from this August energy. It's the energy of the 5th and the 6th houses. This would have been something that you create, you self-express, and you bring this into your quote-unquote workplace. But there was discrimination happening there because Venus then entered Virgo on, I think it was the 19th. Let me be clear. It sure was. See what I'm saying? Somebody tried to discriminate you in the workplace because of how something was working auspiciously for you. You were about to be receiving some sort of promotion, and God forbid you went and had sex, and they were like, well, sorry, we're taking your opportunity back, rather. Okay? That's what it was saying. All right, so if you're held to a high standard here, you've got a lot of protection around you. You're supposed to be committed to whatever it is that you're doing for work, and now something's having parts of a legal issue because of some sort of too much concern about sexual matters. Okay, well, let's move on to the next spread. Wow, crazy, right? Main female and coffin. Is something ended for this main female? Could be. You said, so nice to hear your validation of wrongs. Gotta love it, right? Nothing but honesty here. Alright, so let's see. So, I did a reading. What was it? Hold on, I'll tell you guys. What day was that? It was my Temptation Will Test You reading. Go look it up. That definitely happened last week. Could have been like Tuesday, Wednesday of last week. Whoa. So it's like a repeated cycle of your spirit guide saying, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you this. Or someone coming through and saying, I got this partnership for you here. I got this, I got this. And then they push you to go in a different direction and trying to bring love into your life. It's like temptation, right? And you're like, oh, I've been seeking temptation, you know, for love for so long. And then you go and do it and they're like, nope, I took your money away. Sorry, bye. That's what it's giving me. That's legit what it's giving me. All right. So the more that you seek business opportunities or work, they take it from you. But when you want love in your life or when it's supposed to work in your favor, they don't allow you to go through those specific transits because they're trying to remain in control. I just told you this. See what I'm saying? So like for me, for instance, I'm an Aquarius. Venus was in the sign of Leo for me for almost the entire month of August, right? And I was supposed to find love in my life. Rather, I was focusing on work. But the minute that my opportunity for work was about to come through, my love life is like, oh, it wants to take off. So God forbid I go and allow myself to enjoy love. Spirit guides say, well, I'm going to take your business opportunity away. How fucking unfair is that, right? That's why you're being rebellious and you're expressing discontent with the authority figures. It's unfair. The fair woman is saying, well, got to go in a different direction now. That's not fair. All right, look, the main male stole something from you. Did they steal your inheritance? That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Look, today's the 24th. It was stolen. By the way, literally by the way, I had ordered a package of a bunch of clothes, right? I had it delivered and it was like disappeared, gone. Literally gone. I'm like, where the hell is my shit at? Says it was delivered, not there. Chef says, I'm losing everything. I bet you are. Sudden wealth is here. Message of concern. Look. Why did that flip out in reverse? Did somebody tell you you're not going to be receiving what you're supposed to be receiving because this main male took something from you? Just saying. Okay. Poverty and gift. If you've been going through poverty and you don't have shit, you're getting gifted something. That's coming up in the near future. All right. False person, official person, and house. Does someone want you in despair? They wanted you out of work. All right. Damn. That's crazy. You said you need your dog. The sense of protection. All right. Show me this main male and this thief energy here. So somebody, the message of concern, I don't feel like you need to be concerned because there's some sort of sudden wealth coming your way. That's what it's saying. Because if you've been dealing with poverty for the past week and a half or so, because that's where the energy shifted, you're supposed to be receiving some sort of gift. Okay? Moon in Scorpio, that would be like the inheritance that comes through in the near future, distant horizon. So I don't know. Eight of Cups. See what I'm saying? Main male loss. Saturn and Pisces. Something happened with that transit. When we had the sun and the moon in Virgo opposing Saturn and Pisces, there could have been some sort of confrontation there and where something was actually stolen. You experienced loss. That makes so much sense. Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. There was some sort of scheming going on in the background with a third party or the person that you were supposed to be collaborating with. Yeah, could have been a Taurus. Okay. Show me you don't have anything to worry about. You got sudden wealth coming in here. Page of Cups is here. The Six of Swords. Nine of Cups. See what I'm saying? You're going to end up transitioning and get exactly what you desire anyway. The Chariot. You're going to have some sort of winning here. Money flows to you. Thank you. Money flows to me easily. Is that what they say the affirmation is? Money flows to me easily. So if someone wants to try to come in and apologize, all right, for you experiencing some sort of loss over here or someone scheming against you, okay, it looks like you get some sort of wish fulfillment moving forward. You get exactly what you desire. All right, so if you were meant to be kept in poverty, then you're going to be gifted something in the near future with the distant horizon card here. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, thank you. Magician, it's already been manifested. And Judgment. You end up seeing the truth of the situation. All right, you get to ascend to the next level with them because you were left in poverty. Someone stole from you. Literally. Quite literally. Someone stole from you. Was it your opportunity to go down the pathway of love? That's crazy. I just said that. All right. So, show me false person, official person, and house. So, whoever was supposed to be watching over you, all right, that person was a false person. They wanted you rather in despair and without work. Was that this mature woman? Or was that mature woman watching over this main female? That's crazy. See what I'm saying? You had like a feminine energy, a fair woman in your vibe that says, okay, my job here is done. I got to go. And you're like, wait a minute, where are you going? Like, where are you going? All right, so there could have been some sort of concern there. Show me the false person, this official person. What's going on? Someone says, nope, you're not an official person. You're a false person. All right. Knight of Pentacles, they delayed you. And what was supposed to be your happiness and your brand new beginning with the Fool card. Maybe it was wherever you had set your intention on, wherever your skills were. Maybe it was something you did in the home environment for work. All right. Yeah. Again, you were supposed to gain perspective about something. And they caused some sort of competition, challenge for you, something like that. It's exactly the example I just gave you. When you are in a specific energy and where it's beneficial for you, let's just say it works in your favor in the work environment. If it works in your favor in obtaining a home, if it is in your love life, whatever it may be, or a friendship that you can obtain at that time, your spirit guides are supposed to guide you to put you on the right timeline for you aligning with people that you're supposed to align with. Rather, this person tried to delay something for you and saying, no, you're a false person, you don't belong here. Creating some sort of conflict for you overall. When your love life or whatever was supposed to take off a long time ago. So now you're being reciprocated back for whatever was taken from you. Okay? This is like a hating ass, I'm going to call it, it's a hating ass spirit guide. They wanted you out of work or something like this. They wanted to reject you, neglect you. They didn't want your friendship. This is the moon and Cancer energy. That's the feminine energy. So if you are feminine in this reading and your spirit guide is like, you know what I mean? They wanted to offer, or someone tried to offer love to you and they're like, no, I don't need you to accept that because your focus should be right here, Mercury and Cancer energy. Focus on your intuition. I'm warning you of this right now. It's given, you're being disciplined. Why? Why is it that deep? Why cannot receive reciprocity in my life? You're being gifted because of that. Wheel of Fortune, Magician, and Judgment. Bring the shit to court. You know what I mean? Something like that. Something has to be fair here. What was the conflict all about? I'm curious. Bring the shit to court. I would imagine whatever's going on in the home environment or wherever's surrounding you as your home, okay, your inner healing, there's something going on here that you gain perspective about and why this conflict took place, and you're seeking justice. All right, you want to be reciprocated, whether that be your love partner, whether that be resources that you lost out on, whether that be a missed opportunity that someone didn't want you to attain, and it feels like you're missing out on your soulmate here. Show me this main female and mature woman energy. It's gonna legit be like a mother figure type of energy here. Yeah, somebody kept something a secret. Or hidden secrets can harm you. The King of Cups. I don't know, maybe someone has some sort of intention here to hide something from you. Could have been a Cancer, Scorpio, and or Pisces. Or those placements that we saw earlier that were trining. It was almost like Saturn and Mars was saying, no, you're not receiving this. Saturn and Pisces, Mars in Scorpio, and we saw Cancer's energy, which had a lot to do with where your Jupiter placement was, where your opportunities were coming in. And I was saying for the air signs, it had something to do with your money, with your work, and with your opportunities for your career. Okay? Heavy on that Pisces placement. Whoever wanted you to experience that loss, that Saturn and Pisces 8 of Cups, they wanted you to emotionally withdraw from whatever was making you happy. And it could have been that Taurus, or it could have been wherever you were. I don't know, were you teaching something? Okay? Did you fully invest in collaborating with teaching something? Look at all this earth energy here. Hello. And look at this. Loss, and loss. Saturn and Pisces. Whether it be in your, what's this? Taurus placement, 2nd house. All right? Capricorn placement, 10th house. Could have just been overall in what you were doing for work. They wanted you to experience just nothing but losses. They wanted to take from you. Thief energy. This has got to stop. This has got to stop. Ace of Swords. You see what I'm saying? The truth is, you know exactly what the hell's going on out here, and you need to speak up on it. I'm leaving the reading there. I love you guys. Catch you in the next one.